Hey guys, welcome to Immigration Hook. Are you a foreign worker considering making the UK your next destination? If yes, before you plan your trip, you'll need to understand the rules of obtaining the UK skilled worker visa. Trust me, understanding this visa type is not an easy task because of the several changes it has gone through. But don't fret, in this video, I will tell you everything you need to know about applying for this visa, its new rules, its application fees, and every other detail that will help speed up your relocation plans. First, what is the UK Skilled Worker Visa? UK Skilled Worker Visa is a visa that enables international workers with the necessary skills to work in the UK for licensed UK employers. The Skilled Worker Visa replaced the Tier 2 visa at the end of 2020. The scheme now is open to those with skills at RQF Level 3. This is equivalent to A level in the UK, or above in an eligible occupation. Most importantly, the UK Skilled Worker Visa is a long-term work visa and will be initially granted for a period of up to 5 years. This will depend on the duration of your certificate of sponsorship. Also, you should note that your visa is only valid as long as you remain in the same role with your sponsoring employer. That is, if you wish to change roles or employer, you will need to apply for a new skilled worker visa. Under the skilled worker route, it is possible to extend your visa before it expires. And the icing on the cake is that, after working for a period of 5 years, you'll be eligible to apply for indefinite leave to remain, also known as ILR, and British citizenship 1 year later. But not so fast. If you are considering applying for a UK skilled worker visa, you will need to secure a job offer and ensure that you meet the eligibility criteria. First, have a job offer from a UK employer. In order to make a successful application for a skilled worker visa, you must have a valid job offer from a licensed UK employer before you apply. This offer must be from an A-rated business on the list of licensed sponsors for a role on the list of eligible occupations and meet the minimum salary requirements. You must also have a valid certificate of sponsorship from your UK employer. Second, your employer must be on the list of licensed sponsors approved by the Home Office. Your job offer must be from a business listed on the Home Office's list of licensed sponsors. It is also important to check that your employer is licensed to hire international workers under the skilled worker route. Licenses are issued according to the type of visa required, and that they are A-rated. B-rated employers are unable to issue new certificates of sponsorship until they meet the Home Office's compliance requirements and are upgraded to an A rating. It is advisable to check. This is the case before applying to avoid the potential for a delay or refusal. Another criteria is that your employer must have issued you with a valid certificate of sponsorship. As outlined above, to apply for a skilled worker visa, you will need a valid COS from your UK employer. A certificate of sponsorship, TOS, is a digital document that contains information about the role for which you are being sponsored, including your role title and type, your work start and end dates, gross salary, your sponsor license number, and the date of expiry. More so, the job for which you are being employed must be on the list of eligible occupations. UK visas and immigration will only grant a skilled worker visa for roles that are on the list of eligible occupations. You must also have the necessary skills and/or experience to fulfill the role for which you are being hired in the UK. To double-check if your occupation is eligible, you may need to request the Standard Occupation Code, SOC, from your employer. Similarly, meet the skill level requirement. Applicants for a skilled worker role and visa must have skills that are at least equivalent to RQF Level 3. This is the same as an A-level qualification in the UK. This does not mean that you need to hold a certain level of qualification, rather that your skills are equivalent to RQF Level 3 or above. Plus, Skilled Worker Visa Minimum Salary Requirement 2024. The standard minimum salary for a skilled worker visa is $38,700. This means your job must provide you with the standard salary rate of at least $38,700 or the going rate for your job, whichever is higher. For example, if the salary your employer offers you is $39,000 per year, but the annual going rate for your job listed on the list of eligible occupations is required to be paid $40,000, you do not meet the skilled worker visa salary requirement. Each occupation code has its own annual going rate. Please check the going rate for your job on the Home Office website. Although You might still meet the skilled worker visa salary requirements with a salary lower than $38,700 if your job is on the immigration salary list, or you are a new entrant, for example, under 26, studying or recent graduate or in professional training, or you have a science, technology, engineering, or math, STEM, PhD level qualification that's relevant to your job, or you have a postdoctoral position in science or higher education, or your work in healthcare or education. There are different salary rules if you work in some healthcare or education jobs. Let's not forget the financial aspect. Before issuing the skilled work visa, the UK would ensure that you have £1,270 in your bank account to show you can support yourself in the UK. To prove this, you will need to provide evidence in the form of a bank statement showing you have at least £1,270 for your first month in the UK. In some cases, it may be possible to ask your employer to provide a letter confirming they will cover this requirement for you. More so, as a skilled worker visa applicant, you will need to show that you have sufficient knowledge of the English language for. This can be achieved in 4 ways. Passing an English language test. You will meet the English language requirements if you pass a Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, or a CEFR, English test from an approved testing center. This must be at least level B1 in reading, understanding, speaking, and writing. Similarly, you will also meet the English language requirements if you have a degree or other academic qualification which was taught in English. UK skilled worker visa required documents. Some of the information and documents you must provide to support your skilled worker visa application include your passport with a blank page, your certificate of sponsorship reference number, your job title and annual salary, your job's occupation code, the name of your employer and their sponsor, license number, as shown on your certificate of sponsorship, evidence of sufficient personal savings to support yourself. You can also extend your skilled worker visa. This can be done by extending your visa before it expires as long as you are still with the same sponsor employer and you are still in the same occupation. If you plan to change your job or employer, you will need to apply for a new visa rather than extend your current visa. It is possible to extend your visa as many times as you wish. Thanks for staying till the end of this video. See you in the next one.